Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. This is your July bonus reading. We're going to see what wants to come up for you. We're going to do a Celtic cross, as always, for these bonuses. You have this card that says a time for healing, and also this card that says bring love into the situation. It's an amazing time for healing. I mean, kind of boring, Pisces, if I'm being honest, because the South Node is, of course, in Virgo. North Node is in your sign. South Node in Virgo is a great time for healing. We also have this Mercury retrograde, which is retrograding in Leo, where we had the Mars retrograde. Mars retrogrades are a great time for healing. And you might be saying, Chris, it's not a Mars retrograde. And you would be correct for that person that's going to say that. But it is a Mercury retrograde in exactly the same part of the sky. So, the Mercury retrograde could be bringing things up that need to be healed from the Mars retrograde. So it wouldn't really surprise me if that were happening. Or, if a lot of you are focusing on health or, doing things with health. The other thing that I would say as well, Pisces, that is challenging, that I think is a major pain in the ass for Pisces, is definitely and damn, this is a good reading, number one. The major pain in the ass for Pisces, I'm telling you right now, it's like I've come to realize that it is having that Chiron and Aries in the second. Chiron is the wounded healer, and our second house is our values, like what we value. But I think, it can represent like money we make and, the things that we own, things like that. But I think something people forget about the second house is it is personal house. Like the first three houses are personal. And, so it kind of like has to do with like how we value ourselves. And so if there's something going on health-wise or any other issues, then that could be causing a problem. Literally before I put this card down right here, your very first card for how you are entering into the reading, and the first card in a Celtic cross is how you enter into the reading. You have these Six of Wands. I was literally getting something about jealousy or needing to just ignore jealousy. One thing that I didn't say to you that I probably should have in your July readings is there is like this weird little jealousy thing that I think could be going on, where there could be like people who are doing things behind your back, people who are doing things that are like, that would show that they're jealous of you or whatever. The thing with the Six of Wands is it says, who cares? This person right here is meant to look jealous on these Six of Wands. He does not give two you-know-whats about it here, Pisces, right? He's sitting there on his high horse, and he's being celebrated by everybody else. So you need to not focus on, the jealousy or if people are jealous of you. I definitely felt this like with those first two cards for whatever reason. But also this shows up in your astrology, so it doesn't really surprise me. But again, I think the best thing you could do is to ignore it. I think the second thing you need to realize is, again, that when people don't like you, this is a good thing. It means you're going in the right direction, right? You have to be willing to piss people off. Anyone who's been successful in life, right? They have to be willing to at least piss some people off. You'll never please everyone. And I kind of feel like the Six of Wands is saying that. But this is a damn good reading, Pisces. I love this for you. So a lot of good stuff. Now, you do have the King of Cups here as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. And I do feel like it could be like, it's like, how, like, I don't really feel this is your emotions, even though King of Cups absolutely would be your emotions. It's like, I feel this is different. I feel like this is how you feel about things. Like that, like, could there be emotional connections to this? Like, or could this have to do with your emotions? Yes. But that's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is, like, could this have to do with emotions? Yes. But I think there are, like, certain things this month where you're going to notice where it's almost like you are going to feel like you should care more about those things. And this could be like activities that you're doing and things like that. You could have moments where you catch yourself like kind of doing other things and thinking about other things and not caring so much about something that you think you should care about. But again, those are the important words right there. You think you should. And so, it's like, it almost gives me the vibes of you drifting away from something. It's like the universe is trying to get you to drift away from something. I feel, and this is a very weird message, so bear with me, Pisces. I'm trying to clarify it in my head right now, but it's almost like you have, like let's say you have a job and you think that you should care about it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying, right? It's like you might have moments where you kind of like drift away from it and you do something else or you stop caring about it, right? And I feel like that is like the universe is trying to get you to pay attention to that. I feel like the universe is saying, yes, you don't care about this anymore. You don't want to be doing this thing anymore. Like it's like that is the feeling that I feel you need to pay attention to. I hope that makes sense. That's a weird one. But the King of Cups is you. As a crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. I just think Pisces is going through changes, and the King of Cups can be you, like I said. And so there might be moments where you are not feeling like yourself this month. But this month this reading looks really good. This bonus reading. In the area of what's on your mind, you have the sun, which is amazing. Yes, I definitely feel Pisces. Like the more optimistic you can be, the better is what I would say. I'm not a big fan of like false hope, of course. Like I always make it a point in my readings to say like, yeah, a reading can be good, but there are things you have to do. This is going to require work. It's not going to be easy. And I feel that with the sun, where it's like the sun is saying like is good. But I think you are training your brain to be more positive. It's coming up in the area of what's on your mind. Like I said, it is a very happy card. One thing I will say is we go down to the Ten of Cups, which is amazing, to the Nine of Pentacles, which is heaven on earth, right? We have the Empress, which is also amazing. Ace of Cups, also freaking amazing. But, the Ten of Cups says don't get high on your own supply. The sun is very good. Ten of Cups, very good. But with the Ten of Cups, we have to make sure that we are kind of like also looking at the reality. As a Pisces, I totally get it. I think us Pisces, we go into La La Land and we just want to live there, right? And so I feel like this is very good, but I also feel like it's saying make sure you're doing things to maintain the vision. And of the Ten of Cups, right? So we have to do things to make sure that keeps happening, and that might be a little bit of work. So I would make sure to do that, right? Next, in your foundation, you have the Death card. Again, some sort of change that is going on in your foundation, literally. It kind of makes sense. Uranus entering into your 4th house in Gemini, of course, is going to lead to a lot of changes. And again, even, people keep correcting me, and they're like, Gemini's not Pisces' 4th house. It's not my 4th house. I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not your 4th house, but the world doesn't revolve around you, number one. Number two, in general, it is Pisces' 4th house. So for Pisces, guess what? I don't care if it is your 4th house or not. It is going to affect you on a 4th house energy level. So there you go. But what I would say here is there are going to be changes to your foundation with Uranus entering into your 4th house. That's literally what happens. Now, I think this can be a good thing. I really feel this is going to lead to Pisces probably creating a lot more freedom, or doing things that are that will be bringing a lot more freedom. I will tell you, like the last quarter this year, I'm going to be basically living out of Airbnbs. I'm traveling a lot. I have a lot of projects and things like that are requiring me to travel. So there you go, right? And it's kind of interesting that I randomly chose to do it right now when Uranus is going to Gemini, right? So Uranus will retrograde out of Gemini, by the way, in November, before officially moving back into Gemini next year. But again, you're kind of getting a taste this year of what you will experience in your with Gemini in that position, right? Next, in your past position, this is the energy you are moving past. You have this Ant Spirit, says time to collaborate. You have this Learn from the Past card. I do feel this is a major theme for Pisces. I think Pisces has been doing a lot of learning from the past, like actually learning the lessons, not just, moving past them and without actually learning from them. So I just feel very good about this. I do feel a lot of you could be, opening up to collaborate. I mean, you have good love cards here. You have had good love cards for this time of the year with all the past readings that I've done for you. So, definitely could be collaborating with a person. You have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're focusing on yourself more. He's grieving the loss of these 3 cups, but he needs to turn around and see these 2 cups, and then he'll get this bridge in this castle over here. And so these 2 cups are this card is about practicing gratitude. The more grateful he is, the more likely it is that he will get this bridge in the castle. But he just needs to let go of something that no longer serves him. I feel a lot of you are probably just letting go of things that no longer serve you. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this seek guidance in this. It says, it is time for a different perspective. Yes, Uranus in Gemini. We will talk about it. You have this be still card. It says, cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this as well. Anything you can do, like going for walks or, meditating or whatever it is for you, where you get your answers, is going to be very important for you, Pisces, right now at this time. I would say until probably like September or October is, I would take extra, like I think it's always going to be important for you, but you need to take like extra time right now to get into silence or get into that place where you're able to listen to yourself because I said so. Also, the perspective thing, again, Uranus and Gemini this is not accurate what I'm about to say, but bear with me. It is like the Hangman. That is not accurate, but it's kind of like the Hangman. Gemini sees things from both sides. So we have to look at two sides of something to understand it better. I think it is just going to be a good time. The fourth house can just be your stability in general, right? And so it can be anything that makes you feel stable. But what makes you feel stable might be changing, right? Very interesting, right? So it's like maybe you're the type of person where it's like you thought you would just always grow up in one hometown and you would just live there forever, right? And it's like now with Uranus and Gemini, you might be thinking like, actually, I want to move to Africa and start some sort of whatever, some sort of business or some sort of NGO or something crazy like that, right? It's like you might have some electric crazy ideas, but I would embrace those ideas. Again, I don't want to bore you with all the stuff I've told you a million times in the past, but Neptune and Pisces, all this stuff is like pushing you to do this. So again, you might go from like thinking that one thing provides you with stability and like changing and doing something else. Again, with me, with traveling, if you've been watching me for a while, I travel all the time, right? And so for the past year, I haven't gone anywhere. But if you've been watching me before that, you know that I have recorded videos like all over the freaking place, right? And so like I've kind of realized that I like being on the road. So it's like maybe that's why I'm traveling. Maybe I am figuring out that stability for me is freedom, being able to go wherever the hell I want, right? Next, did we pull the cards here? No. So we did the past cards, right? I feel like I pulled the wrong cards here for some reason. Oh no, I showed you these two cards. The seek guidance. It's time for a different perspective. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family. Again, Ten of Cups is very good, but I just feel there's something that you have to do to maintain the vision. It's kind of like sometimes I think the Ten of Cups is my card of like how the sausage is made, right? It's kind of like we all, if we want to be successful in love and business or anywhere else, it's like we want the happy stuff, we want the good stuff, but there are always going to be things that we have to do that we don't necessarily enjoy, like parts of the process. And it's kind of like we might want to just like embrace the fantasy, but sometimes we can't. And that's popping into my head here. It's like this isn't bad though, Pisces. This is just like in business, to have the good parts of it, it's like there's some hard work that goes along with it. That's like what I'm getting at here. It's like sometimes we just have to make sure that we are maintaining the vision, and that's the important thing here, is that there's maybe hard work, or maybe there are some things that you don't like to deal with, like whatever, like paperwork or something like that. Even in dating, it's like there's no such thing as a perfect freaking person. So it's like even we will never find someone who is perfect ever. Right? There is no Prince Charming or Princess Charming. They do not exist. So what I would say here is that sometimes we have to deal with certain things in connections, and it's about like finding the person where you can deal with it, right? Where it's like you look past it, right? And so I kind of feel that with the Ten of Cups. Very good for love, though. This whole reading is very good for love. In your outcome row, you have this Dreamcatcher card. It says, pay attention to the signs, messages, and guidance that come to you at night. Yes, dreams should be on fire for you right now. Like right now. Today is July 4th. Happy 4th of July, right? And so this will be published on the 5th. And from the 5th forward, I would be saying, pay attention to your dreams. You have this unfolding beauty. It says, everything is unfolding as it should. Surrender and live in the unexpected. Yes. Definitely maybe some unexpected changes or, new directions coming in for you as well. In the area of the next few months, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. Feeling very independent. I also feel like you're understanding your vision more. It's like you're understanding what a good life looks like for you. You're understanding what like an enjoyable life would be for you, and I feel like that is very good with this card. I also feel like you're very like determined and focused. These are not words, except for focus, but determined is not really a word that I would get on the Nine of Pentacles, but that just popped into my head. Definitely focus. She has that falcon right here, which says she's focused on exactly what she wants, but determined, again, is good. I think that some of you, if you're working on projects, businesses, ideas, it's like you could be discovering something that definitely is working, and that could be why you are so determined with that card. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, this is all relationships in your life. You have the Ace of Cups, which is amazing. Number one, definitely could be a love offer. You know, we do see a little bit of love here in this reading, and so there you go. Number two, this is just amazing for your close connections. Again, the Ace of Cups is about your emotions overflowing and being very happy. And so a lot of you could be, you know, getting a lot of good energy from people. I would encourage you to surround yourself with people who lift you up, you know, who make you feel like you're overflowing. You know, definitely don't surround yourself with people who exhaust you, right? That is the opposite of this energy. But I think you're going to find, again, with the whole jealousy thing and everything as well, it's like I think you're going to find much more support than jealousy, and that's what you need to realize, right? Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Empress, which is amazing. Definitely could be feeling very abundant, very attractive at this time as well. Doesn't matter what gender you are, you could just be feeling this way. So there could be a lot of attraction and like attention coming in for you. But like I said, very good for abundance and, you know, creating more abundance in your life. Very good for having a harvest as well. There is something about money. You know, here's what I will tell you though, is that you do have Jupiter in your 5th house, right? And so in Cancer, and what I would say is that, you know, Jupiter, the 5th house, like sure, it can represent romance, like play, self-expression, creativity, things like that. But it can also represent hobbies. And if you have like a business that is creative or has to do with hobbies or has to do with children or something like that, I do feel there could be a lot of abundance coming in for you. Like, again, it is a very good time. And one thing I will say is the end of the month, I mean, this month is not bad, even though we have a Mercury retrograde, but, you know, kind of like around the time of the moon, you know, around like the 24th of the month or so, really good stuff for you, Pisces. There could be like a lot of improvements in your finances. And I think, you know, again, I think the whole month is fine. It's not like there's something bad. I just think, you know, there could be a little bit of a boost financially at the end of the month. Next, for your outcome, you have the Hierophant. I don't know. It's kind of funny because I'm like hearing the world according to Pisces on this card. It's like the Hierophant could just represent a belief system. And I don't know why I heard that, the world according to Pisces, but, you know, it's kind of like, I think things are going your way, is what it's saying. It's basically saying that things are fitting inside of a box. Your box, Pisces. And so I don't think, you know, we're in a perfect time, as I've said, until, you know, 2033, because Uranus will be in Gemini until 2033. And so I think we're in a time of chaos until then. Uranus likes to be in Gemini. And, but what I would say is that, I don't know, a little bit crazy energy. So I'll say that. And so, you know, again, I think we're in a time of chaos until then, but, you know, like I said, I think things are going well for you here. With the 6 of Wands and the King of Cups, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. The quicker we can do this right now, the better. This could be anything. It could be like food that you eat. It could be something that's wasting your time. It could be a bad habit, whatever. You know, the quicker we can walk away from things, the better. And again, isn't it funny that I was basically saying something? I honestly don't remember exactly what I was saying here, Pisces, but what I would say is I was basically saying it's almost like something is drifting away, or it's like you're drifting away from something. It's like something, but it's something you feel like you should care about. Like it's a very specific message that I was getting at the beginning there, right? How crazy is it that you get the 8 of Cups? Those 8 cups provide him with something. Those 8 cups do fulfill him in some way, but he's being asked to walk away from those 8 cups. And sorry, I almost just dropped this entire deck. So again, those 8 cups do provide him with something, but not enough. And so he's walking away. And again, I really feel like you're walking away from something that you think that you should care about. But like, again, this isn't a bad thing. You know, I don't want this to sound like it's like totally awful or something, I think this is a good thing. It's like the universe is encouraging you to change, right? Plain and simple. With the sun, you have the Six of Wands. Yes, a lot of attention. Again, it is a good thing if people are jealous because it means that you are getting a lot of attention. It means you are standing out. So I think there's a lot of attention for you, Pisces. With the Death card, you have the Death card. So definitely could be a big change or transformation coming in for you here with the Death card, which is good. With the Five of Cups, you have the Empress. This is good as well. This is coming up in the past, and then we have the Empress again. I'm wondering if you're returning to something here, Pisces, as in, but this is like, I kind of feel like this reading is saying that you are returning to a state, like a certain energy field or something around you. And I think this is something from, it's like maybe 3 years ago, right? It's like, think back 3 years and, there might have been a certain energy that you had, like, or maybe there was a certain level of abundance that you had, and maybe you felt like you lost it. And, I feel like a lot of you are kind of working towards returning to this, like, energetic state. But this is a good thing because I think this will be amazing for, like, manifestation, creating abundance, all sorts of things. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles is like a big offer or a big opportunity coming in for you. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that has potential. And so if you are being offered love, by the way, I think there's a lot of potential here. I almost feel like, again, weird message. I almost feel like the less you care about this, the better. And I'm sure someone's going to roast me for that. But I'm not saying that you're not going to care about the connection. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that I think Pisces has a tendency to put too much onto connections. It's almost like it would be better for you to just allow it to happen. Like, be in that, and maybe that's what I should say, is that you need to allow. Just allow it, and don't try to turn it into something or make it something or whatever, right? That's what I'm getting here. Also, amazing for abundance, amazing for creating more abundance in your life as well. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. It's like there's like this egg around you. I see it, Pisces. You need to crack through the egg, basically. It's like you're one of those like the little baby bird. It's like, sometimes there are like 3 birds in a nest, right? And it's like one bird ends up eating all the food. And then the mother bird takes the other 2 baby birds, kicks their asses out of the nest. That's why you find them on the ground, right? Because the mother's like, you two didn't learn how to eat, so I'm kicking you 2 out of the nest. And I'm going to focus all my energy into this other baby that became strong enough. I feel like this is saying you have the knowledge and wisdom to be the one that gets fed by the mother. But it's like you have to get out of the egg, And it's what I feel. King of Swords has the most knowledge and wisdom out of all the kings in the tarot. But, like, I feel there is a need for you to use it. It's almost like you're sitting on an egg as well. It's like, imagine if you were a baby bird in an egg, sitting on an egg. That's trippy to think about, right? But it's like there is something waiting to hatch inside of you as well, like some sort of specialty, some sort of skill that you have. But it's like if you're not getting the attention, then nothing is going to happen. You're just going to get kicked out of the nest. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. I do feel like new love could be rushing in for you here. I feel like some of you are about to attract someone who's very attracted to you. It's like, I kind of feel for once you're attracting a person who's like more attracted to you. Again, I think you're going to be attracted to this person as well, of course. But it's like maybe you are used to always being the person that's like, doing all the stuff to like maintain the attraction. I feel like for like once you're attracting a person who's like, it's like the other way around. In a good way. I feel this could be very good. This person might want to move too quickly, and again, maybe you have to slow things down. Maybe they just kind of are like popping into my head as an excited person. So they might be excited to be with you or talking to you, especially in the future, over the next couple months or so if you're meeting this person this month. So, there you go. With the Empress, you have the Hierophant. Yes, the world according to Pisces is what I want to keep saying here with the Hierophant energy, repeating. Whenever a card repeats itself, it's basically the universe saying I meant what I said. So, there's something about the box here. Here you go. With the Hierophant, you have the 3 Cups. I feel you are definitely attracting your tribe as well at this time. You could be attracting people who are more in alignment with your belief systems, who believe the same things you do or want to support your vision. or just people who support you in general. So, like, people look really good in this reading. You have this teardrops card. It says great personal sorrow. I don't know. I think that there are probably things that you're just being emotional about that you have to release. Again, very good reading. I don't see any sadness in this reading. This could be another person though, that's jealous of you. So I would be careful of that. You have this horseshoe card. It says good luck on it, Pisces. I feel there could be a lot of luck. Again, one thing I will say is the time that we're in, we have to create our own luck. So, but especially with Uranus and Gemini, especially with Jupiter going into Cancer, again, the luck that we get is going to come from putting ourselves in positions to be lucky. And so I know this is going to sound lame, but it's like if you want a job and you want to get lucky getting a job, go on more interviews. Obviously, if you go on more interviews, you're going to be more lucky. There's a better chance that you're going to get a job. So is that really luck? I don't know. But, that's kind of what's popping into my head here. You have this weeping willow. It says family sorrow. I don't know. Family stuff looks good. I don't know why the sad stuff is coming up. I mean, you have the 10 of cups. You have the ace of cups with other people. So I think things will be fine is what I would say. I would be careful. Like, it is popping into my head. I would be careful of, like, a past person pulling on your heartstrings, talking about a family issue or something. That's kind of popping into my head. But, there you go. You have this love card. Clearly, definitely a very strong love connection could be coming in here. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah. Again, if you haven't talked to a person in a while and they pop up in your mind, it might be a good time to check in on those people, those types of people at this time. But this looks really good, Pisces. I don't know, weird messages in this one, but I like it still. So there you go. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.